This Japanese house looks good, but we're gonna make it better, way better. Today, I'm taking a Japanese-style house I found on Build It, and I'll show you how to rebuild it, fix its weaknesses, and turn it into something more detailed, more realistic, and more Japanese. This is the original build, and don't get me wrong, it's a solid build, but when you really look at it, there are a few things we can improve, such as the wooden base, the windows, and the roof design. And these small changes will completely change how this house feels. Now, very quickly, let's rebuild the original version, because you need to understand the original before you can improve it. The base is 11 by 7 blocks. The pillars go exactly where you see the barrel blocks in the reference image. The original design uses spruce blocks with ladders on top for texture. For the walls, it's very simple, even too much. You can use calcite, white concrete, or quartz, your choice. Windows are just glass panes, clean but very basic. If you want a quick upgrade, bamboo trapdoors already look more Japanese and have a much nicer texture. Small swap, big difference.
That's what she said.
All the pillars get connected using the same block we used to raise them. On top of that, we place upside-down dark oak stairs. This detail alone adds a lot of character. In the four corners, we place glowstone blocks with mangrove trapdoors on top. Hidden lighting done right. Now let's move to the roof, because this is where the repetition really shows. The first roof layer is made of mangrove slabs. The pattern in the corners is very simple. Slab into double slab, stair, slab. The stair sits directly above the mangrove trapdoor that covers the glowstone. The inner layer is also slabs. From here, we create these small windows, as you can see on screen. It's easier to understand visually than by words. Sometimes the image explains everything. While this part builds, let me use these few seconds for something important. If you're watching this, I'd really appreciate your feedback in the comments, especially the things you don't like. Those are the comments that help me improve the most. Any constructive criticism is more than welcome. It helps me way more than you probably think, and it directly shapes the next builds on this channel. So don't hold back, let me know what works and what doesn't. Now that the original house is done, we can clearly see what works and what doesn't. So let's start fixing it. This is where the build really starts to come alive. First, the base. The wooden foundation is very flat and repetitive. It doesn't feel grounded. And this is where a lot of people make mistakes. They copy builds block by block without thinking. But we're not doing that here. Instead, I'll show you two different wooden base designs you can apply to this build. Keep in mind, the house itself is 11 by 7 blocks, so make the base at least 2 blocks wider on each side. That extra space gives the house breathing room and instantly makes it look more realistic. The second big issue was the walls. They were repetitive and the windows didn't really stand out. So we keep the same base and the same dimensions, but we change the wall design. This time, I'm using polished deep slate blocks and stairs to create this shape you're seeing on screen. Then, to add texture, I mix in spruce trapdoors and spruce signs. This already breaks the repetition without overcomplicating things. For the top block, where we create these small windows, I use a combination of dark oak trapdoors and mangrove trapdoors. It's a simple trick, but it gives the windows more personality. For the front entrance, feel free to experiment with any design you like. I personally went with 2 trapdoors and a campfire to mark the entrance. And on the sides of the windows, I add bamboo trapdoors. They're very simple but extremely effective, especially for this style. Now, for the first part of the roof, the structure is similar but not exactly the same. This is where the roof really starts to change. In the central block, we remove the full dark oak block and replace it with a deep slate stair. Next, we add our mangrove slab layer and add this small curvature like this. This step breaks the flat roofline. The four corners stay mostly the same. And this time, the upper layer above the dark oak stairs is made of deep slate instead. This color swap creates much more contrast. We repeat this exact setup on all four corners. And at this point, the roof should look roughly like this. Now, the most important part, the pointed roof. From the short side, we place the stairs like this. Then, where the two stairs meet, we add two solid blocks. This allows us to place full deep slate blocks and continue the wall upward. And this is how we fix problem number 3, the monotony of the roof. The roof now becomes much sharper, much more vertical, exactly what the original build was missing. From here, we simply fill the roof using deep slate stairs. On top, we add this arched wooden beam. It's a very Japanese detail and gives the roof a strong finishing touch. You can also add a chimney here if you want. Small additions like this elevate the entire build. I'll leave you with a few final shots of the build, and don't forget to drop a comment, leave a like. Thanks for watching!